Hey, I'm Natash Calis from Paramount Plus and CBC's new show, SkyMed.
SkyMed 911, this is dispatch. You are diverting for an emergency call in North House.
We need to get you to a hospital.
You're Haley Roberts, right? The new nurse?
Yeah. Do they all live here?
Yep. Dibs. Actually, it's really nice being on top of each other. Yeah. You know, it's hookups, breakups, drunk ups.
Eat when you can, pee when you can, and sleep when you can.
Welcome to the world of high responsibility, low pay aviation.
So SkyMed is, it follows the intense personal lives of young first responders in the North who fly medevacs. So it follows a group of pilots and nurses. And it's in North, so where medical attention and hospitals and doctors are nowhere nearby. It's literally life and death, 20,000 feet, and we have to fly these patients in and out when they need medical attention. And what's also really fun is that we all live in the same crew house. So we go to work together and we save lives together, but then we also come home and debrief together, and there's hookups and drama and heartbreak and everything in between. So it's a very fun show. It follows sort of the two sides of it. It's definitely a different take on your typical medical drama, which was really attractive to me when I first read the script. It's super adventurous. It's also filmed on such beautiful locations. So it's a very adventurous, fun show in a really beautiful world. We all work together, but then we all also live in a crew house together in sort of this remote place in Manitoba. And so, yeah, it's a different take on a medical drama. And I think audiences are really drawn to it because it's so fun and so adventurous, and the world they live in is super interesting. Before this show, I was on a show called Nurses, where I also played a nurse, funny enough. And we did 2 seasons of that show. So now going into like a 3rd season of a different show, but in the same world of nursing, I feel quite comfortable with, like, I would be the first one to help somebody out if they were in trouble or if they had an injury, because I just kind of feel like with all the medical training I've had for these shows, I feel a little bit more knowledgeable maybe than the average person, just a smidge. So I would definitely run if anybody needed help.
We don't have the proper equipment. This is the North. We make do with what we have, or people die.
Do you know how many Haleys have had to train? They come up here thinking they'll have some fun, and then they leave because they can't hack it.
I'm a good nurse.
Actually, this show is based on our creator and showrunner's sister and husband, or brother-in-law, like creator's brother-in-law, sister's husband, her sister was a flight nurse and her husband was a pilot, and they actually met flying medevacs. And so the show is actually loosely based on this, on that whole world and their stories. My character is based on her sister. And so they were on set. Jamie was the pilot consultant and sort of showed the ropes to the pilots and taught them everything they needed to know. Sarah was there consulting as a nurse. And also we had a set medic. We called him Steve, or his name was Steve. We called him Medic Steve. And he was always showing us the ropes before every scene and showing us how to, properly do things and all of that. So yeah, we were very well supported. We also had a ton of medical training with Steve before the show started. So we sort of knew all the basics and came in with a little bit of knowledge, which was really helpful. So my character, Haley, is coming in new to the SkyMed residence. She was a labor and delivery nurse in Toronto, and she wanted to escape her life back home. She's definitely running from some things. I don't want to spoil anything for those of you who haven't seen it, but she's wanting to, I think, immerse herself in this world in order to distract herself and challenge herself and yeah, just kind of run from what is going on in her life right now. And in getting there, she realizes that she's a little bit in over her head, and labor and delivery is a little bit different than being a flight nurse, where you're literally having to use what's around you, because there's not, it's a lot difficult and more difficult. And Crystal, the other flight nurse, is a little bit skeptical of Haley and thinks that I'm not going to last and whatnot. So yeah, she definitely throughout the season has to prove not only to herself that she's strong enough and capable, but she has to prove that to everyone else around her. And it's a really beautiful character arc. She comes to some conclusions and she makes some really big decisions. And yeah, the whole season's shot and done. The entire season is actually on Paramount Plus as of July 10th. So it's completely bingeable on Paramount Plus for the States, and then in Canada, weekly episodes on CBC Sundays at 9 p.m. and then also available on CBC Gem. Actually, the whole season if you get the premium version. So yeah, it's all everything's all out there. The behind the scenes was unbelievable. I mean, we had a real plane explode, actually, and so we all got to like watch that, and really cool stuff.
When any of us puts on our gold bars, it means we have integrity.
You'll always be a hero.
We take care of our own.
Hi, my name is Natash Calis, and you've just been buzzed.